What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we are here with another Garp Challenge video. Previously, I just uploaded the Snake Man video against Doflamingo Challenge 2, which, in my opinion, is the most difficult challenge currently on Global, and today we're taking on, I'd say, the second most difficult challenge, which is going to be Revolutionary Army number 2. So, with this challenge in mind, this is a team heavily inspired from my man Subconsi. If you guys want to go check out his YouTube channel, he's another One Piece Treasure Cruise content creator. He uploads amazing clears with very obscure teams against very difficult content. So if you guys want to go ahead and check him out, I'll leave the links down below to his YouTube channel. Go ahead and check him out. He's an awesome guy. So let's go ahead and we'll talk about more of this particular team as we get through the content. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so I'm not going to be talking throughout the entire duration of every single bit of this video, but we'll talk about each stage when we get to it. So first of all, with this team, the thing that's very, very important is to try and get a full board of matching orbs that we can store with the Nami and Robin switch effect. That's the number one thing that needs to happen. If you do not get a full board of orbs, essentially when you get to the hack stage on stage 3, it's just reset and go again. You really need the full board of orbs just to guarantee the win when you reach the final stage. Also, with stage 1, you want to be clearing out all of the penguins on turn 1, so after you clear the penguins, that's when you want to start looking for your matching orbs. And it doesn't really matter if you take too much damage within the first 2 stages. I mean, the second stage with those dugongs, they can actually hit pretty hard, so you got to be really careful with that stage. But I mean, the turtle and the marines here on stage 1, not really that big of a problem. But the main thing where you'll be activating your specials is going to be on stage 3. So stage 1 and 2 is your setup, trying to get your team sorted with Nami and Robin switch effect. And then stage 3 is where you really will start to encounter the mini boss stages. So once you reach stage 3 against Hack, this is where you're going to be activating some of your first special abilities. First of all, we're going to be using this special ability of Baccarat. She's really good for this team in particular because her special ability removes 3 turns of attack down and 3 turns of paralysis. She also gets rid of Chain Lock as well, but the Chain Lock, getting rid of that, it doesn't really matter too much, but the main component of this character is you want to be using her on this stage and also on the stage against Bello Betty, I believe it was, with the paralysis. So you can see here we're just doing a little bit of damage. We want to make sure we kill all of those mob characters on turn 1. Hack himself can actually do a pretty good amount of damage, and the preemptive on this stage, you actually get your health cut in half, and when you kill Hack, he also does damage to you again. But of course, if you're below 50% health, which you will be throughout the majority of this run, you have really good damage reduction. And then on top of having the really good damage reduction, we have the pinch healing with Nami and Robin, and also with version 1 Rayleigh. They have phenomenal pinch healing, and also we have Whitebeard and Marco. I was trying out some different characters instead of Whitebeard and Marco, but having the ability to just generate recovery orbs whenever you want is just way too valuable, because there are some instances where even if you have 3 characters on your team with really high pinch healing, it just won't be enough to tank hits from enemies. You really need to generate recovery orbs, and Whitebeard and Marco are able to do that. Plus, if you ever get in trouble, you'll have their special ability able to heal you back up, which is really nice to have, and it provides a health cut. I do use it a little later on in this fight, but if you're using this team in particular, you can actually get through this content without having to activate their special at all. It just depends on how lucky you get with recovery orbs, but obviously, you know, if you get really bad luck, which I did, it took me a lot of resets towards the Karasu stage. The Karasu stage, by the way, is definitely the most frightening out of all these stages in this fight, but once you get past the Karasu stage, you basically win from there. It's pretty easy from there. And then we're on this stage here against the Ivankov and the Elizabeth and the Caroline. This is the stage where you're going to be using Rayleigh to get rid of the bind and despair on our captains. And also we use the Nami and Robin special to get a little bit more damage output, because if you don't use their special there, you're going to die. So you definitely need some sort of way to give you some enhanced damage. And it's a lot better to use Nami Robin on the Ivankov stage, and then you can use both the Katakuri specials here against the Sabo and Koala, because the stage after Sabo and Koala is where Morley will come out. Morley, he isn't really too bad. You just need to manage your health correctly, because remember, if you're below 50%, you get really good damage reduction, so that helps out a lot. Just having the ability to just heal consistently and then just take damage and then you heal again, you're able to do that quite well with Katakuri. But of course, if you heal too much and you go above 50%, you are just going to die, because Morley, when we get to his stage, just does a lot of damage. But against Sabo and Koala, as I mentioned, you can use the special abilities of Katakuri, especially you can use the super type special to delay them, so you actually technically get 2 turns of his 2 times attack boost, which is really good, and the conditional boost as well. Because the main thing there is you basically have no matching orbs for the first 2 turns, unless if you have some sort of way to get tandem orbs and make them beneficial, but on this team there is no way to do that. But you know, if you had some sort of way to do that, then that's what you'd do. Because the other team that I do use against the Revolutionary Army number 2 that I actually use to clear it every single time it gets refreshed is the V3 Law team, and then it has Sober Mask, and Sober Mask is just a really good sub, but we're not using him on this team. Anyways, Morley stage is finally here. So this is the stage, I've sped it up a lot here because there's just lots and lots of stalling, and we are just trying to get our specials back, and also we're outstalling his defensive effects. Once those defensive effects expire, we can just start chipping away at his HP. One thing to note though is that do not get him below 20% and when he's on an attacking turn, because there were times where I was recording this, I got him below 20% and I kind of thought that he just didn't do anything, but if he's attacking on the turn that he falls below 20%, he just like kills you. He does like a crap load of damage. So you got to be really careful about that. If you get him below 20%, make sure it's the turn after he's attacked, because he will be on a 2-turn cooldown, so you basically get like 2 turns to kill him once he's below that threshold, which is kind of easy, so no problems from there. And then the stage after this is going to be the Bello Betty stage, which is where we'll be using our bark rubber. You can see with all of our specials that have charged back up now, just enabling us to stall. Technically you can stall as long as you want, as long as you heal back up to around 14 or 15,000 HP before he attacks. You can just literally infinitely stall on this guy, which is really good. We are using the Moby Dick ship. I don't know if I talked about that at all, but in Subconsi's video, he actually used the Megalo ship, which actually helps out a lot more against Karasu, and would have probably helped me out a lot more, but I really prefer the Moby Dick in this specific circumstance because it gives our threshold below 50%. It's a much wider margin compared to the Moby Dick ship. It's compared to the Megalo ship. It's not that significant in terms of the difference of the threshold, but it does make a difference, because if you overheal too much, you will die. So just widening the threshold of your 50% threshold is just really nice to have. But against Bello Betty, it's actually really good that we killed her in 1 turn, and you guys will see in the bottom corner there that we do have the normal attacks only. The fact that we killed her in 1 turn actually makes a pretty big difference, because it actually means that the normal attacks only that Karasu would typically inflict on our team will not be inflicted, which means that when we reach the final stage and we use the Nami and Robin special, we actually get the 25% health cut, which it doesn't actually matter at the end of the day if you get the health cut or not. You are still going to kill Sabo and Koala on the end, but just having the ability to provide the health cut on top of everything is actually pretty awesome. So against Lindbergh, he's actually pretty easy. We use the Rayleigh, of course, to get rid of the paralysis and the bind that's inflicted, and we can basically just take our time until we have the normal attacks only on a 2-turn timer. Now, we switched into Whitebeard before we kill this guy, because when we use the Nami Robin and the Katakuri special, we want to make sure we have at least 1 matching orb so that we get a benefit effect from that orb boost that we've activated. Now, you might be wondering why we're launching all these specials now, because we're very close to the end. This is the second last stage. It's because this is a large majority of this video is dedicated to this 1 stage against Karasu. This guy absolutely sucks, but the only thing about this guy that I kind of do like is that he doesn't have any sort of negative effect that will occur below any health threshold, so you can literally get him below below 20% and he's not going to do anything to you, but it's the fact that he despairs you for like 5 turns every 3 turns. He has the damage threshold. He just does a lot of damage, right? So you got to be very, very careful. And in this particular video, I haven't cut anything out. You guys have seen everything, but obviously every time I refresh the game, I just cut that out because you guys didn't need to see that. But essentially, you can refresh the game every time he shuffles your orbs every single turn, which can give you a higher chance of getting those recovery slots. Now, this is why this team is nowhere near considered to be one of the best teams against this fight. I never said it was, but I'm just saying that this team is able to clear it, because sometimes you will need to refresh just to generate more recovery slots, and this is why Whitebeard and Marco is one of the best characters for this particular fight, is that you can treat those orbs as beneficial, and also just even if you do get a little unlucky, you can still heal back with their switch effect, and this is where the pinch healing of the Rayleigh and the Nami and Robin are going to be extremely vital. So if you do not hit your perfects with Nami, Robin, and Rayleigh, you are not going to win this fight. You literally need to hit your perfects every single turn with them. Otherwise, you just don't get the pinch healing, which means you don't get health, which means you are going to die. And what we are aiming to do on this stage is to stall just enough so that our Katakuri and our Nami and Robin will be ready for the final boss fight, because those are the only 2 specials that we need in order to finish this fight off. So we can use any other special that we want to use in this fight, except for Nami, Robin, and one of the Katakuris. So when Nami and Robin and Katakuri are ready to go, we can just go ahead and clear this stage off, which is good. So essentially what we can do is, in order to kill him a lot easier, is we can launch the Baccarat special for an orb boost, and we can launch the Katakuri special for an attack boost. So with a 1.75 orb boost and a 2x attack boost and a couple of matching orbs, that's going to be enough to cut down his health to where we can move on to the final stage. So right here, Karasu is about to go down. We have all of our specials ready to go. So what we're going to do is, in order to complete this guy, we're going to go ahead and launch Baccarat for the orb boost, Katakuri for the attack boost, and our other Katakuri special is ready to go, and our Nami Robin special is ready to go. So when we clear Karasu, all we need to do is switch with Nami Robin, get those orbs that we saved from all the way back earlier on in this video, and then launch their special for the health cut and the orb boost. We use Katakuri super type to get the delayed conditional boost and the attack boost, and of course switching Whitebeard back into Marco, so you can actually store some recovery orbs a little earlier on in the video if you want to, and then switch into Marco to treat them as beneficial. So that is something that you can think about as well. But that is going to wrap up this video today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.